Hey Karen, come on. We gotta get to Delhi.
It's time.
It's time. Let's go. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm ready.
We're not going to Delhi. It's virtual. It's a virtual homecoming.
We're not going? We're staying here?
Yeah, we're staying right here.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, man. Come on, hurry up. We have to intro.
Okay,
Oh,
now
better.
I'm ready.
Cheers. Cheers. Hello and welcome everyone on behalf of the SUNY Delhi Advisory Council to the 2020 Virtual Alumni Stay-at-Home Homecoming. We're Todd and Karen Baright, and I graduated in 1982 from the electrical program with Glenn Valentine and some other dear professors. When did you graduate?
Karen, I graduated in 1983 in the hotel restaurant manager program with Ann Valentine.
And we met at the salad bar at McDonald Hall. And as Karen likes to tell the story, she just needed a ride home. I lived in the vicinity and I had a car.
And it's been a great 38 years since then.
38 very, very happy years. And major thank you to Delhi. It's our pleasure to kick off the programming for this year's Alumni Weekend. While we all miss being on the beautiful Delhi campus with our fellow alumni, we truly hope that you will enjoy the COVID Next Best Alternative, gathering virtually this evening and tomorrow.
Many thanks to the Alumni Events Committee for their careful planning, and to the faculty, staff, and students of SUNY Delhi who are serving as presenters. We're excited to roll out a variety of reunion mixers and interactive sessions for your enjoyment. We are grateful to everyone for their creativity and flexibility. Most of all, we're thankful for you for being here, and we hope you enjoy.
In addition to welcoming you, it is our honor to introduce SUNY Delhi's 10th president. He took office in July of 2016. He's committed to the college's tradition of fostering close-knit, student-centered involvement. With greetings and updates from our alma mater, please welcome Dr. Michael R. Laliberte, and enjoy the events, everyone.
Good evening, and thank you, Todd and Karen. And thanks to each one of our graduates for making time to be part of this year's homecoming celebration. Like so many things in 2020, this is not the homecoming we were planning for. We had high hopes and great plans of hosting this year's events right here in Delhi. We wanted to connect all of you with our students, our faculty, and bring you back to the place you called home as undergraduates. While it is unfortunate that we are not able to do that today, it makes us even more eager to bring you home to Delhi as soon as we can. I want you to know that despite the challenges of a global pandemic, there are many good things still happening at SUNY Delhi. I hope you will all be proud of the determination and dedication of our students and faculty and staff, and how they've shown ways to keep the Delhi traditions alive and well. I can tell you that I'm extremely proud of the ways our campus community has responded to every one of the challenges that we have faced. But enough about the challenges. Tonight, we're here to celebrate you. In just a few minutes, we will be recognizing the 2020 SUNY Delhi Alumni Association award winners. I'd like to offer Lori, Rohan, Sandra, and Peter my personal congratulations. We are very proud of the ways in which you represent our college in the world. Before I turn it over to Meg Sawicki, class of 1979, for our awards program, I'd like to offer Lucinda Bryden, Director of Alumni Affairs, a special thanks for putting together this year's program. We all know it's a challenge and an extremely new way of doing things, and we look forward to gathering again soon. Again, thank you for joining us. The show's now yours, Meg.
Thanks, Michael. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Zooming with you from Davidson, North Carolina, and on behalf of the Alumni Association, it's my pleasure to welcome each of you to our first and hopefully only virtual homecoming weekend celebration. Thanks to everyone for being here and for your spirited participation in this weekend's events. As a volunteer to the Alumni Council and Nominating Committee, it's my special pleasure to introduce the 2020 SUNY Delhi Alumni Awards. In a year marked by so many changes, we are proud to continue our 43-year tradition of recognizing exceptional individuals who enhance the college's Alumni Association. The first award for exemplary service recognizes a faculty or staff member who significantly supports the mission of the Alumni Association, stimulating the interest of alumni, supporting events, making suggestions, and actively donating to SUNY Delhi are all ways this year's recipient, Lori Barnes, has supported our association during her 32 years of dedicated service to the college. Lori retired this summer from her position as Associate Dean of Students and Director of Health and Counseling Services, and she will be greatly missed. Karen Gabriel, Assistant Director of Health Services, and Barbara Jones, retired staff emeritus and a past recipient of this award, nominated Lori.
My name is Lori Barnes, also known as Lori Osterhout, too, for many years. And I retired as the Associate Dean of Students / Director of Health and Counseling Services. I first decided to go into higher ed when I was in graduate school. I was really interested in counseling as a profession. While working as a lifeguard, I had a lot of young people confiding in me, and it really got me thinking about working as a counselor. And then I loved being a college student myself, so I decided to stay in higher ed, and I have never regretted a minute of it. It's hard after 32 years to really pinpoint one or two things that I feel are my biggest accomplishments. I think it's more of a personality characteristic, I would say, for me. My parents raised me to always treat other people with respect, regardless of one's position in life, what you look like, what you do. And I've really worked hard to emulate that and in my interactions with students, in my interactions with colleagues, whether it was orientation or peer education or counseling work, committee work. I have tried really hard to always keep that in the forefront of what I do, and I do believe that it has enhanced my success and the quality of the work that I've done here all these years. I was really fortunate really early on to meet Barbara Jones, who then became my boss for many years. We're great friends. She was a mentor to me. I was fresh out of grad school, really needed some more training and support, and she was there for me along the way. And as a department, we've always been very close. You know, health and counseling deal with some really challenging things. It's some very challenging work at times. And you need a good, tight team of people who can work effectively together. And I believe that we built that, and I'm certainly encouraged that that will continue long after I'm gone. You know, I feel as though I'm leaving things in good hands. And I would also thank both Barbara and Karen for nominating me for this prestigious award, and certainly the Alumni Association. When you reached out to me to tell me about the award, I was just so honored and touched, and I can't thank you all enough.
Rohan Johnson, a 2017 graduate of the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences, is this year's Alumnus of Merit recipient and is from Kingston, New York. Rohan is a USA Basketball Associate licensed coach and the founder, owner of Lionheart Basketball, a personal training program. Rohan completed his bachelor's degree in psychology this year at SUNY Empire State College. In addition to growing his business, Rohan faithfully focuses himself on teaching and mentoring youth and works part-time as a community organizer for Brothers at Bard. Through his mentoring and leadership development, Rohan is helping change the narrative for male college students of color. He also serves as a part-time activities director for the Boys and Girls Club of Ulster County. Rohan's academic advisor, Dr. Monica Little, program director and professor of liberal arts and sciences at Delhi, nominated him for this award.
My name is Rohan Johnson. Currently, I'm employed as a basketball trainer, and I also volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club. The education at SUNY Delhi helped prepare me for my life and career in many ways. It was actually at SUNY Delhi where my passion for basketball and helping others came together, and Lionheart Basketball was actually formed in my dorm room. Lionheart Basketball originally was just a basketball skill development thing, but I always wanted to be like kind of a mentorship. So that's how it kind of grew into that, and it starts with basketball obviously, but I use it to inspire kids in many ways, either to raise their grade or be a better kid at home, or just a better brother to their sister, a better sister to their brother. So that's kind of how I use basketball to help people. I think Delhi gave me the tools to be successful in the future. And if I didn't attend Delhi, I would have met wonderful professors like Monica Little and have lifelong friendships that I do now. Monica Little was my professor, and she was also my advisor. I think the most meaningful contribution to what I do is inspiring others. A lot of kids and parents in the community reach out to me and let me know that I've inspired them or their kid in some ways, but it's also really meaningful when they go out and inspire someone else. I would first and foremost, I'd like to thank God. Then I would like to thank the SUNY Delhi Alumni Association for presenting me with this award. I also like to thank Monica Little for the nomination.
Sandra Wiltshire of Walden, New York, is SUNY Delhi's Alumna of Merit. She is a New York State licensed veterinary technician and certified veterinary practice manager who serves as associate professor and biology department chairperson at SUNY Ulster. She's a 1972 graduate of SUNY Delhi's Veterinary Science Technology program and earned her bachelor's degree in animal science from Cornell University. Sandy was instrumental in helping to establish the New York State Association of Veterinary Technicians in 1970, a representative voice for veterinary technicians. She has served on the college's academic advisory board and founded Sundown Veterinary Management Consulting, which provides practice management guidance for veterinary hospitals. Sandy continues to work in her field and teaches new generations of veterinary science professionals. Garnetta Santiago, president of the New York State Association of Veterinary Technicians and fellow Delhi alum, nominated Sandy with resounding support from the faculty of SUNY Delhi's School of Veterinary Science.
My name is Sandra Brown Wiltshire. I'm a New York State licensed veterinary technician, and I'm also a U.S.-Canada certified veterinary practice manager. I've been in the profession, I hate to say, for 50 years, and I am now employed as a full-time associate professor in veterinary technology program at SUNY Ulster. I come from a background where my grandparents only went to the 6th grade. My parents only graduated high school. So when I came to Delhi, it was a big adjustment. Coming to Delhi, right away, all the faculty and staff, they made everybody feel at ease. They really challenged us to go ahead, to ask questions, to study, to learn, to be lifelong learners, and really cared about getting us set up so that we would be able to go out into the real world to work in our profession. I think my most meaningful contribution is that I was that small cog in the wheel of helping get the profession recognized as really a true profession and getting our licensing law through in New York State, and then in also moving the profession forward. And I think I've now come full circle where I'm helping educate the new people that are going to be carrying our profession forward. Well, I'd like to recognize my father for having the foresight back in the day when I was a child to push me as a female when females back then did not do everything that they were allowed to do today. I would also like to thank John Graciano Sr. He was the executive secretary for the New York State Veterinary Board. And I'd just like to thank everybody that I've worked with throughout the years, whether it's in practice, in education, in the Veterinary Hospital Managers Association. And lastly, I'd like to thank Garnetta Santiago for appointing me for this honor. And I feel truly, honored to be receiving it.
The 2020 Distinguished Alumnus is Peter Gioffe. Peter is Chief Executive Officer and President of the Delaware National Bank of Delhi. He earned 2 associate degrees from SUNY Delhi in accounting and business administration. He graduated in 1994 and went on to obtain his bachelor's degree from Regent's College. A lifelong resident of Delhi, Peter began his banking career at Delaware National Bank and has held many positions through the years, including Human Resources Officer, Vice President, and Comptroller. He is active in the community, serving as a trustee at his church and supporting youth sports, as well as many other causes in the greater Delhi area. Peter was nominated by Professor Charles Mollet of SUNY Delhi's School of Business and Hospitality.
Peter Gioffe, and I work at the Delaware National Bank of Delhi, and I'm the president and CEO. I believe that the business and accounting curriculums provided me with the necessary tools to excel in my career. For me, right out of high school, I knew exactly where I wanted to go, and I knew that I could get a good education at SUNY Delhi. Time goes so fast. I was lucky to have great instructors like Charlie Millay, Charlie Hunter, Neil Slough, Mr. Grossi, Howard Reed, Bob Hunt, that's just to name a few. I participated in baseball, and Doug McKee was my coach, who I've remained friends with over all these years. So I wanted to remain local, and I wanted to stay active in the local community. So I think that SUNY Delhi was the perfect fit, but I felt like the individual attention that you can receive at SUNY Delhi goes a long ways towards preparing you for the future. And probably my greatest accomplishment, the thing I'm most proud of, is leading the bank through technological changes, promoting community banking, because community banking is so important. A lot of people look to the bank for support, and I just believe that that's probably my greatest accomplishment. My son graduated about 8 years ago. He is a PGA professional in Florida. He graduated from the Delhi program. And my daughter just graduated this past spring. And I have one other son who attended SUNY Geneseo and just graduated from the Geneseo School of Business. So I'm very proud of all of them too. Now I just want to say thank you, first and foremost, to Charlie Millay for nominating me for this award. It was a great honor. And to the committee for selecting me. I'm very excited and proud. I love this community, and I obviously like to partake in things in this community and help this community flourish. So I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Millay and to the committee for selecting me.
Congratulations once again to this year's award recipients.